This is exactly how peanut butter is made in a factory. Every single year, people devour over 1 billion pounds of this nutty spread. It ranks as the ultimate comfort food, and it sits in almost every single kitchen pantry. But nature never wanted you to spread this snack. Raw peanuts are rock hard, dirty, and coated in bitter skins. If you just crush them, they separate into a greasy mess. Long ago, the ancient Aztecs smashed peanuts into a sticky paste. It tasted terrible, it spoiled fast, and people hated the sticky texture. Then Dr. John Harvey Kellogg patented a smooth version for sick patients. It became a massive hit, and now it drives a multi-billion-dollar global industry. Our team at How It's Factory Made have spent 10 years filming inside massive industrial factories. Today, we are inside the world's largest peanut butter plant in Lexington, Kentucky. We have been here for 3 straight days watching massive stainless steel machines process over 250,000 jars of creamy peanut butter every single hour. And for the next 10 minutes, I will show you the 12 primary industrial production steps. We will go from dirty, raw, underground peanuts to sealed, shelf-stable jars. By the end of this video, you will see the brutal engineering trick that stops your jar from separating into a pool of rancid oil and a concrete rock. I know you're ready, so let's go. Step 1. The raw intake and destoning deep clean. Raw peanuts arrive at the factory dirty and covered in mud. They bring along real dirt from the underground fields. Heavy metal screens shake the loose dirt away fast, and air blasts strip away light trash like loose straw. But heavy rocks still hide inside the peanut piles, so the machine drops stones down a separate chute. Hard metal rollers crack the brittle tan shells open, and then shaking screens separate the nut kernels from shells. Step 2. The continuous radiant heat roast. Raw kernels look pale and taste like raw beans. A giant steel oven bakes them with intense heat. Gas flames raise the heat to bake the nuts. The heat forces natural oils to bubble out inside. And water inside evaporates and pops the tiny cells open. The kernels change from pale white to deep golden. Fans suck away wet steam to keep things dry, and then a hot wave of baked nuts leaves the oven. Step 3. The super hot air-chilled cooling zone. Super hot peanuts will keep cooking if you leave them, so giant hoods pull cool air through the nuts. Cold air hits the hot nuts from underneath them, and the temperature drops down below human body heat fast. Metal rakes flip the nuts to cool them evenly. The machine vents the leftover heat outside the building. The cooled nuts click like small pebbles on metal, and a silver bin stores them to balance the flow. Step 4. The mechanical rubber belt blanching. Every roasted peanut still wears a thin, bitter skin. 2 rough rubber belts spin in opposite directions now. The friction splits the brittle kernels right in half, and this rubbing motion rips the papery skins clean off. The tiny bitter heart center pops out of there. A fine screen catches the small bitter nut centers, and a strong vacuum sucks up the light red skins. The factory collects the skins in a separate bin, and then clean ivory nut halves exit the machine completely naked. Step 5. The Photoelectric optical sorting laser. Some bad peanuts still hide inside the clean batch. High-speed digital cameras watch every single falling nut. A bright laser scans the surface for dark spots, and the computer spots a bad nut in a millisecond. A small air valve opens with a sharp click, and a sharp puff of air shoots the bad nut. The damaged nuts fall down into a garbage box, while perfect spot-free nuts keep moving along the line. Step 6. The primary stainless steel Stage 1 mill. Now the naked nuts enter the primary grinding mill. Two heavy steel plates spin against each other fast. The metal ridges crush the hard nuts flat instantly, and this heavy force breaks the nut cells apart completely. Trapped oil floods out to wet the dry powder. The dry bits and oil mix into gritty paste. A warm, chunky stream oozes out from the machine. A heavy iron pump sucks the paste into pipes, and then the dense paste rushes through a clear glass tube. Step 7. The direct stabilizer and additive injection. Plain peanut pasture will separate into a greasy mess, so blocks of solid vegetable fat drop into heaters. The white fat melts down into a clear liquid. A tiny piston pump injects the liquid fat drops, and a spinning metal screw adds fine salt for flavor. The hopper sprays sweet sugar crystals into the mix. All the new ingredients swirl into the warm paste, and pressure dials stay steady as the ingredients pump through. Step 8. The high-pressure secondary texturizing grind. Next, the gritty mixture enters the final texture mill. Two polished steel plates leave a microscopic gap inside. Sharp metal teeth spin at 3,000 rounds weekly, and the last tiny chunks get smashed down completely. Coarse nut grains break into microscopic dust particles. The liquid fat locks on to the tiny nut particles. This action forces the oil and solids to blend. A perfectly smooth, glossy cream shoots out from here, and then the hot fluid peanut butter fills a silver tank. Step 9. The De-Aeration vacuum degassing chamber. The high-speed grinding traps air bubbles inside the cream. The nozzle sprays a thin sheet down the walls. A heavy valve sucks air out of the tank. Tiny trapped bubbles expand and pop on the surface, and the layer of foam dissolves into solid, smooth liquid. The cream gets more dense as air leaves it. Bubble-free peanut butter pools at the bottom tank, and then a pump draws the dense cream out through pipes. Step 10. The shock-chilling, scraping, scored heat exchanger. Hot peanut butter is too runny to fill jars. Freezing liquid ammonia floods the outer metal jacket. A spinning shaft with sharp metal blades rotates inside, and the blades scrape the frozen cream off the wall. The quick cold forces the fat to form crystals. The fluid cream thickens into a spreadable matte paste. The temperature drops down to perfect packing warmth, and then a thick ribbon of perfect spread leaves the machine. Step 11. The volumetric high-speed multi-nozzle filling line. Empty plastic jars ride a single-file track. Air blasts blow out any hidden dust out of them. 6 silver nozzles plunge down into the empty jars. A clean shot of warm butter fills each jar, and a sharp metal wire cuts the thick stream clean. The smooth cream settles down with a clean swirl. A fast scale checks the exact weight of each, and then a long row of filled jars glides down tracks. Step 12. The induction sealing and automated case packing. A rubber wheel slaps red plastic caps on tight. An electric tunnel glues a foil seal down tight. The heat locks the foil rim down for safety, and a mechanical arm glues the product label on fast. Rubber suction cups grab 12 jars at one time. A metal arm tapes the cardboard box flaps shut. A huge robotic arm stacks boxes onto wooden pallets, and then the forklift moves the heavy pallet out to trucks. The journey from dirty, raw, underground peanuts to sealed, shelf-stable jars is complete. This is how it's factory made. If you enjoyed watching these massive grinding mills and high-speed filling lines smash raw ingredients into the ultimate pantry stable, Hit that subscribe button, like this video, and share this with a friend who can't survive without eating a spoonful of peanut butter every single day. Your support helps us step inside the world's most secretive factories. That's how we bring you the truth behind the products you love. So what product do you want to see us uncover next? Let us know in the comments. And if you think watching a tiny drop of vegetable fat stop a giant sticky disaster was impressive, you'll definitely love to see how Pepsi is made. If you want me to take you to the Denver manufacturing facility in Colorado, where you would see automated lines pump out 200,000 pressurized cans every single hour, click this video right here, and I'll show you how it's factory made.